Hello and welcome to Missing the Apex, the show that looks at MotoGP through a very slightly different lens. And this week it's the Flyaway Special. 3 weeks on the road, well, I guess planes really, rather than in Asia. And we've had 3 world champions crowned. Marc Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia and Jorge Martin. And I tell you what, the carver never tasted sweeter for Marquez as he moved up to level 7. That's right, 7 world championships at the age of just 25. Hooray! Yeah, another world championship. Whoa! Well, it just makes you think, really, what am I doing with my life? And there's probably only one person who could stop him, and it was this sumo wrestler, basically. Now, of course, back in Japan, there was also the annual Mini GP race. And as ever, with some very, very questionable tactics from none other than Jack Miller. Absolutely peak Miller. When the bike's not working, just get off and run, basically. But hey-ho, he managed to redeem himself a week later in Australia as he picked up his stricken hitchhiking friend Alex Rins, taking him back to the paddock. He's a good egg, isn't he, old Jack? Now, also in Australia, we saw Bautista in red as he replaced the injured Jorge Lorenzo, and he was going to milk that weekend for all it had. I'm not even sorry about the jokes. Of course, there were some people back in Japan who would have been over the moon at that news. Absolutely unquestionable how much passion some of these Japanese fans, and I tell you what, this woman, it wasn't just her, it was her whole family and even the dogs as well. I bet they had a bit of a rough weekend. Even more terrible jokes. Now, it wouldn't have been the Japanese weekend without some seriously cool homemade outfits, headgear as well. Well, just look at some of these. You got the Mark VDS Rossi with an enormous mouth. I'm not really sure what to make of that. And some, well, very classic Japanese dress as well. And who can forget Scott Redding's alter ego, Lil Brady? Yeah, that's what happens when Brits go to Thailand. Now, up next, if you thought Lorenzo was safe for sitting on the sidelines with his injuries, think again. Just wait for this as he was commentating on FP4 with Steve Day and Matt Burt. Yeah, that is yours truly, nearly clattering a 5-time world champion in the head with a curtain pole. Can we get a slow motion replay of that one, please? All that goes to show is that I will do basically anything for this show and the content. Although maybe like Scott Redding, I'll have to find a new job for next year.
Got a new job for next year, look at that. Pasta, baby.
An animal on the bike, and as Marquez found out in Japan, Redding is a bit of an animal off the bike as well, understandably keeping that shoulder well clear of the Brit in Thailand. Speaking of animals though, it wouldn't be Missing the Apex without a compilation of all our furry and feathery encounters over the last month. There's Miguel Oliveira shearing a sheep, because why not? And so, from sloppy koala kisses to, well, sloppy kisses from Maverick Vinales. We've nearly made it to the end of another season, so it's time for some brutal jet lag as we fly back to Europe for the final round in Valencia. We'll see you round the next bend, hopefully if we wake up in time.